GP's mobile coverage is brought to you by Gameloft, makers of Asphalt 8 Airborne, which you can play on your Android or iOS device for free right now. Batfleck has made a big appearance here at Comic-Con 2015, but Lego Batman is everywhere to be found as well. We recently took a look at the Lego Batman Beyond Gotham.
I'm gonna smash you real good.
But this time on the iOS platform.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Well, I've played a few Lego games on the iOS platform. One of note was the last Harry Potter game that came out, and I played that. And my biggest gripe was the controls.
Yeah.
Now, this game has so many different controls to juggle through.
Yes, it does.
That when you're jumping into a game like this on the iOS device, it is very difficult to navigate.
Yeah.
I feel like they did try to make the controls better here. They did try to make the navigation a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it was still so freaking frustrating. I can't even tell you how annoyed I was trying to play this game, at least at first. Like, it takes so long to actually get the hang of the swapping, and there's constantly, like, you want to move Batman, and, like, Robin just happens to be close by.
Yeah.
So the second you tap something around Robin, it switches to Robin. I don't want that.
Some concessions have been made. I think one of the smart things is that you don't have the larger areas that you got off the console game. And it's also not one of these Tony Hawk style, beat the level, check off all the objectives kind of things, which is great. This is closer to what the console Batman experience is, but also hemmed in a bit more so that it's better for a kind of pick up and play kind of mobile experience. With the amazing cutscenes and all that stuff, it all looks fantastic on your phone or your iPad. But you're right, the control is an issue. One thing that I would say in the plus column is this is another one of those controller-enabled games, so I was playing with my controller. But it's not perfect even there because there's still a lot of touchscreen functionality embedded into playing this with the controller.
That is a very important note to make, because I know you always brag about this controller.
Yes.
Whatever, Victor Lucas, it's fine. You can have your controller.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have the controller and you still have to touch the screen is incredibly irritating.
And there were bugs in the game as well because you'd get frozen in animations. You know, maybe by the time this airs, a lot of that stuff will be addressed in an update.
Possibly.
But it's really cumbersome and clunky. And that really goes against the genuine value and cool, like, fun that's actually in this game. It's actually really cool.
It really takes away from the joy of it, because there is so much joy to be had. I mean, you know there's going to be humor in this game.
Maybe we should contact Martian Manhunter to check it out from the watchtower.
Yeah, go contact him on the Justice League communicator.
Oh, okay, sure. We're doing my idea!
How wonderful.
It's so funny, it's fun, all of those things, but when you have this huge hurdle to jump over, which I feel like we shouldn't even be talking about anymore, because I've been doing this now, Victor Lucas, reviewing on the show for 5 years. I just found out today, by the way.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been complaining about
iPhone controls.
Yeah,
I know.
For years now.
And a lot of them in the Lego games, which, you know, we know they're all, I think this is only $6 in the store, and it's definitely worth that $6 in terms of content. But yeah, the controls need to be, especially if you're going to go in on the controller compatibility, go all in and make it feel like a console game.
Okay, well, I'm obviously not going to agree with the controller compatibility thing, because I'm not going to play with the controller, because I just feel like if you're going to make an iOS game, make it an iOS game and make it perfect with the controls. But it's so difficult to ask for that with a game like this that utilizes so many different controls, and the tool belt, and you have the switching between characters up in the corner. There's so many different things for you to touch and swap, but they need all those things. They can't take anything away.
And different characters, some that can fly, you get abilities like a little rocket pack and things like that, and it's packed with content. It's actually a tremendous amount of stuff in there, and I was addicted to the game, and I fought through my control frustrations, but yeah, they're definitely there.
I know, and you're getting this huge game at a fraction of the price that you would pay for on your console, which is also another thing to be said about it, for sure.
What would you give as a score for this?
It's
tough, right?
It's really tough to score this, because there's a good game there, but I don't want to play it.
I've got a score. I'm going to give it a 7 for what it is right now.
I have to give it a 6.5.
But you need to go into the App Store and complain about it and ask Warner Brothers to update this thing so the controls are better.
I thought you were going to say, but you need to buy a controller. Okay, but he didn't say it. That's great.